What's up, everybody? As you can see, I'm at the Haunted Museum here in Vegas. It's after midnight, and supposedly the most haunted part of the museum is supposed to be right over here. I'll show you guys in a minute. The most haunted part of the museum is supposed to be right over. Oh, look, there's a spirit hanging out the window right there. See, up there on top? There's a lady, looks like a spirit. It's like a mannequin or something up there on top. But anyway, the most haunted part of the museum is down here, basement, below there, where those windows are. That's supposed to be the most haunted part of the museum. That's where they say, because it's where they keep all the artifacts. The new artifacts that are coming in, or the ones that are already on display, have stayed down there. So they say that's the most haunted part of the haunted museum. So, having said that, as you can see, I'm parked right there. My van is parked right here. Back up so you can see it better, because it's nighttime right now. It's after midnight. My van's parked right there. See? My van. So, we're going to stay parked right here for a little bit, and then we're going to see if we can contact the spirits, okay, that are down there in the basement, which is right here on the other side of this fence. And now look, the wind just started kicking up. Look, there's even water and mist coming from below. Right here, look, there's a mist coming out. Oh man, this is crazy. All of a sudden, a mist of water because the sprinklers are on. See, there's the Haunted Museum. Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum, Las Vegas, Sin City, baby. But yeah, you can see the sprinklers are on. So that's like an eerie mist coming out from underneath, but it's a mist of water from underneath the gate here. That tripped me out right there. But see, that's where the spirits, they're all in there. Everybody that's, all the artifacts that are in this facility are where people have committed suicide, where they've hung themselves, or whatever. In the case, maybe taken cyanide, like those people in San Diego that were from that religion, that sect that the guy said, Heaven's Gate, I think it was called, where he said they would all go to heaven if they took the cyanide, and they all died with black Nikes on, Cortez to top it off, like us cholos used to wear back in the day, Nike Cortez. But anyway, so right over there is the most haunted place of this museum, right down where these windows are. So we're gonna stay parked right here, and we're gonna see if the spirits, if we can contact the spirits. Okay. Being that you guys that have not seen my videos know that I was contacted by a spirit out in the desert, and it was a girl spirit that appeared to me out here in this Vegas desert. If you go to YouTube, you can see a spirit in the Vegas desert, and that's my video. I talk about it, where she disappeared all of a sudden. And then I've seen many spirits in the past. When I was part of the street gang movement back home in Long Beach, Long Beach. I've seen spirits as well in alleys where many of my homeboys have been killed, murdered. So, like this guy said when I posted that video about the girl that vanished on me, the spirit out in the Vegas desert. That video. After I posted it, I asked, why me? Out of everybody, why did she appear to me? If she was a victim of a serial killer, why did she appear to me? And one of the guys on Facebook, Rodrigo, he's still on my Facebook actually. He said, because Mondo, when you were 14 years old and you died, you flatlined briefly for who knows how long, but you did flatline. You died. Went to their world for a little while, and that's why I seen the two spirits when I died that were talking to me, telling me that I wasn't alone, not to be scared. And then the gentleman with the blonde hair and the colored eyes put his hand out and he said in Spanish, "Come with me, Armandito. We're your family. Uh, you're not alone. Take my hand." And that's when I said, God, disregard that prayer where I was screaming at the top of my lungs to just let me die because the pain was unbearable when they were putting the chest tube insertion into my lung to drain the blood. They couldn't even give me an aspirin, the doctor said, for the pain because I was bleeding internally and I would have died of blood poisoning. So all he could do was put an ice pack on my side for a few seconds, actually, because he had to open me right away and numb my side like that. And I felt every inch of that scalpel that was cutting into me. When they separated my ribs, they broke my ribs open to make a hole so that they could insert the tube into my lung. When I felt that tube going inside to my lung, without any painkillers, mind you, or any no type of anything, because I was bleeding internally once again. So, what the hell is that noise? Oh, that must be the sprinklers coming on. But anyway, and that kind of startled me because it sounded weird. It sounded like a like like a wind, like a blowing of a wind. But it had to be the sprinklers. But see, you don't hear it now, so it's weird that it just for a minute made that noise. But as you guys can see, the wind has kicked up really bad. The wind has kicked up really bad. It wasn't like that when I was driving over here. Anyway, he said that that's why the spirits are comfortable communicating with me, because they know that I was in their world briefly. So that's why he said once again that they're comfortable communicating with me, being that I was a spirit myself. And so that kind of made sense. I said, wow, okay, now I understand why, Rodrigo. That makes a lot of sense, bro. So here we are. Spirits, if you're down there in that basement, can you make yourself known to me? I was in your guys' world briefly when I died. So if you want to communicate, go ahead and communicate with me. They're just right down there, as you guys know. Let's go outside here. Let's see. You guys can see it's pitch black. There's the freaking stratosphere behind me. Vegas. So you guys know I'm in Vegas. Come on, spirits. If you're out here, down there in the basement, come out here and communicate with me. I'll listen to you. All you can hear is just the water sprinklers. You can hear. But yeah, this is all part of the basement right here. All these little windows you see down here. Spirits, where you at? I'm not here to hurt you guys. Actually, I'm here to communicate with you guys. This is all part of that right there. But yeah, this is the, they say the most haunted part of the museum is right here. I guess spirits don't want to communicate with me. See, there's a haunted museum. Can you appear to me in one of those windows where the light is on, if you're down there? Or can you move the shades or something? I guess they don't want to talk to me tonight. It's crazy how the wind just picked up like it did though. You guys can hear the wind. That was not like that until I drove up here to the museum, to the haunted museum. So that kind of tripped me out right there. I turn my flashers on because I'm parked where I'm not supposed to be parked, and I don't want somebody to rear end my van. I just paid it off too. Just paid this sucker off. It's mine now, all mine. I own it, completely own it. I'm waiting for the title in the mail. But anyway, back to this. If you're down there, spirits, appear in the window here. Remove the shades or something. Just let me know you're here. This place looks like a castle. There's a spirit up there. She's just hanging out waiting. Sprinklers are off. I guess spirits don't want to come out. It's too windy for them or something. I don't know. But they're not trying to communicate with me. But they say, once again, that part right there where the windows are, down below that's the most haunted part of the museum, the basement, where all the new artifacts and the old artifacts that are on display now have been stored. That's why it's so haunted down there, where people have committed suicide or they've murdered people, serial killer stuff that they put on display or are going to put on display are all down there at one point or another. So that's why they say that is, once again, the most haunted part of the museum. A spirit vanished on me in the desert is the link that you can go to on YouTube to watch my video where the girl disappeared on me. You know, in this Vegas desert. You'll trip out when you see why I think it was a victim of a serial killer. In the video, I explain why. It'll put goosebumps on you, put it that way, once you hear my story, and it's 100% true, straight from the heart. You know, I don't believe BSing nobody. I tell it like it is, because I learned when I was even a gang member that a man is only as good as his word, and so I take that to heart. You know, I don't lie to people. I tell it like it is. Even when I'm doing dirt, I tell people the way it is. Look, you know, this is where you stand with me. Bam. I let them know 100% where I'm coming from, because that's the only way to be. You know. So the museum is all this property right here. There's a gargoyle, a little statue of a gargoyle. This place looks creepy at night, huh? The red lights that are on display. I wouldn't want to sleep there at night, I'll tell you that much. Inside those walls. Heck no. I bet the inside of that place is really haunted like they say it is. Maybe the spirits don't want to even come outside. Who knows? But nothing so far. Nobody has scared me or try to communicate with me. No spirits anyway. So we'll sit here for a minute and see if we can make any type of contact with the spirits. Once again, they say that's the most haunted part of the museum down there. It's freaking cold. Get in my car and put this blanket over my legs because it's just way too cold. So, the reason I tell you that the spirits have appeared to me is the girl vanished on me in the desert one late night many years ago here in Vegas. The spirit that vanished on me in the Vegas desert, you can YouTube the link and it'll come up and you can hear that story, or you can hear the one where I was in that dead man's alley back home and I was waiting on Willie, the African American gentleman that lived there. He lived up a flight of stairs like this. At the bottom was the post, and he used to lock the chain around his moped to that post so nobody would steal it. And then you would go up the stairs and there would be a reclining chair at the end of the stairs right there. And then you turn a sharp right and his door was there. It was facing the alley, the dead man's alley, his door. And we used to go up there and smoke weed so we wouldn't get in trouble. He would have us, smoke the weed up in his apartment. And he would get high with us. He was just an older African-American gentleman that was a real good friend of all of us, chicos, which means boys. Chicos, malos, bad boys. That was the clique we belonged to. Having said that, I would wait for him on that reclining chair. And look, somebody just walked by. I don't know if you guys can see that, but some fucking weird dude just walked by my car while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. See him walking down there. Anyway, so As I'm waiting for Willie to come home, I'm parked. I'm parked. I'm sitting. Well, yeah, my ass was parked on his recliner, waiting for him because Burrito, the homie that's in the picture with me that you can see on my Facebook page, where it says younger days, and it's a picture of me and a bunch of my homies back in the '70s, posted up in our outside of our shack, the Chico's Malo shack, our clubhouse. Um, um, he's right next to me, to my left. That's Burrito. And we were in that alley where that picture was taken. That's Dead Man's Alley, where our neighborhood pretty much really got, it's made its name, where it became famous. We're a very famous neighborhood. Just to say that Longo, East Side Longo is, famous, but we've had movie stars. Boulevard Nights Cricket, the movie Boulevard Nights, the guy with the shades that says, "Who you trying to mad dog?" Yes, and he's in the back of the bomb when he's saying that to one of his rivals. That's Cricket, Boulevard Nights Cricket. That's you'll see him in that movie. He's from our hood. Rest in peace. He got murdered as well. They found him riddled with bullets inside of a trash can. He shot it out with some rivals, and he killed two of them, but they also killed him in the process. But anyway, that's another story. So, Dead Man's Alley goes way back to the late '60s, when my neighborhood really got started. Longo. It's an old neighborhood. It's been in the LB for many, many years. And anyway, so I'm waiting on the chair for him to come, and I see his car down. The alley's right there. You gotta remember, um, if I was to look down, I'm looking down at the alley, because up there at the top of his stairs, the second story, is that recliner, and that recliner is looking out at the alley. So just so you guys get an idea of the setting. And then right here is where he parked his '62. He had a '62 Chevy. He would park it right there. Damn, I just heard a noise. I don't know if you guys heard that. Man, this place is haunted. That's the second time I heard noises. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like like when you manipulate a chain. That's what it sounded like a chain. Like a chain was, like if somebody was scraping a chain up against that fence. That's what it sounded like. You guys hear that? Whoa. Let's roll down the windows. See if I can hear that noise again. Hear it? But anyway, so I'm waiting at the top of the stairs for Willie to come home. And I know his car's there, so I know he's on his moped. So I hear a moped driving up. And I look down and I see the person pull up, bam, stops, gets off the moped, but then picks it up and puts the moped on his shoulder right here. And he starts walking up the stairs. When he got up to the end of the stairs, right where the recliner is, where I'm sitting, I'm looking like this down at the person, Willie, I thought it was, but I'm like, what is he doing carrying his moped up here? He always changes it down at the bottom of the post down there, the stair case post. He changed it up to that. Why is he carrying it? And then when he got real close to where I was sitting, I'm looking down at him. He looked up, and it was smoke and fire coming out of his eyes, and from his nose was coming out plumes of smoke just shooting out of his nose. And he just stayed looking at me. I was frozen. I wanted to jump over the rail, and I would have probably killed myself, because the alley, the cement is right below me. And I was trying to do that, but I couldn't move. That's how scared I was. I was stuck to the recliner. And then he dropped the moped down the stairs. When he got to the bottom of the stairs, he uprighted the moped, started it up, because you have to pedal it to start. You have to put it on its kickstand. He put it on its kickstand, pedaled it to start, and then put the kickstand down and rode off down Dead Man's Alley. And I just watched him, and I still couldn't move. I was stuck to the chair in fear. I was so terrified that I was stuck to the chair. And I finally was able to move, and I ran home. And my mom told me that was the devil, that alley is very evil, not to go down there at midnight like we were, me and Burrito. He went home, though. He said, hey, come kick it at my house, homie. It's too late. Willie's not going to come home. And he just lived right around the corner, Burrito. And I'm like, nah, homie, I'm just going to wait for Willie because I want to smoke some weed before I go home. And that's why I stayed there. I was alone. That's when supposedly that demon appeared to me. But anyway, I'm going to turn my light off and end this video because nothing has happened but little noises here and there. Let's see if I turn off my light. Come on, spirits, where you at? My windows are down, as you can see. What the hell was that noise? And then some freaking dude just walked by my car that looked like a freaking spirit. Looked like a dead man walking, I ain't gonna lie. A person that just walked past my car. And it's early morning. I don't know why somebody would be walking down this